Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Take Twins podcast. I'm your co-host, Avery Gibson.
And I'm your host, Trey Riddick.
We got a fun episode for you. It is late night. It is midnight on a Friday. We are chilling. We are hanging out. We're having a good time. We're going to have a good episode. A little short, but we're going to have a fun one. Trey, run us down through the set list real quick.
All right, so we have the NBA. We'll talk about the play-in and what's been happening. The playoffs will start tomorrow, which would be the Saturday. We're gonna
Tell you like today.
technically today. We'll talk about who we like in each series in a quick little breakdown. We'll head into the WNBA and we'll recap the drafts and a couple more signings. WWE Wrestlemania Saturday is technically today, so I'll drop my predictions. Page signs back with the WWE, and then we'll sign it. We'll head into the MLB for a quick segment or update of how we think our teams are doing, and then we'll end off with the NFL.
And power rankings.
Oh, and the power rankings for the MLB, and we'll talk about the NFL and how the draft is next week. I am low-key talking soft because it is midnight, and it's just gonna be a calm night for me.
It's gonna be fun. Have a
Yeah.
good time.
I'm enjoying it.
Let's head into the intro.
Let's do it. All right, everyone. So today we'll be starting off with the NBA, and we have the play-in. So first off, the Hornets beat the Heat by 1, and then to technically yesterday, which was like an hour ago, they lose to the Orlando Magic
Yeah.
in a blowout.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
A couple stats for you: Con Knippel only scored 11, had 3 rebounds, an assist, and a steal.
Shooting 1 for 6 on his 3-pointers.
Miles Bridges had 15, 2 and 1. Brandon Miller 14, 3, 1, 2. And LaMelo Ball dropping 23, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. For the Orlando side, Franz 18 points, 7 rebounds,
Highly
6
underrated,
assists,
by the way.
1 steal. Paulo Banchero 25 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Wendell Carter 16, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. Espen Bain, the new addition, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals. Jalen Suggs, 12, 5, 6, and a block. This Orlando Magic team decided that they wanted to hop back into the playoffs, and they showed they were just better than Charlotte. It would have been a great run if we would have saw Charlotte head into the playoffs, but the magical run is done here. Any thoughts, Avery?
Kind of crazy, the fact that they made it this far. I think, obviously, I know I, for one, didn't have the Hornets making the play-in. I had them still being probably a top 10 draft pick
Oh, for sure.
in the lottery. The fact that they made it this far is great. It's a great stepping stone for the team. They've got a nice young core around them with Miller, Bridges, Mello, and Khan, of course. They've got a great core, and they can really only go up from here. I think. I'm excited for their future. It's gonna be really cool to see what they do. So again, the fact that they made the play-in is just a miracle. Miracles have been worked in the Carolinas, not just for the Panthers, but also for the Hornets now. So they got a bright future out there, and what a season, especially for the Rookie of the Year, Con Kneppel.
Just kidding.
No.
Just to then put that out there for y'all who I have winning the Rookie of the Year. Obviously, we're split ties. We'll have to come back and see who wins that. The Golden State Warriors look to be done. As of right now, they are losing.
Are they?
It's badly. It's even worse than Orlando.
It's not that bad. It's 99-87.
No, it is 102 to 90.
So this just is not updated. Okay.
Um, things look to be looking bad for Golden State. Obviously, things would look bad because they're banged up, and
Pod's still not gonna drop 30.
Curry trying to do as much as he can. I don't see him
It's
doing
not
anything.
happening, and it doesn't even matter. I mean, at this point, genuinely, what I've been saying is all week is: do either of these teams even want to win this game? Who wants to win this game? Whoever wins this game has absolutely zero shot of, even in my opinion, of even winning a game after this. You got to think whoever wins this game has to go play Oklahoma City Thunder, and this is not me saying, oh, okay, it's not me saying, oh, OKC finna go all the way. This is the OKC is one of the greatest. Is one of the greatest teams of all time. No, this is me simply
They
saying
really
that
aren't one of the
OKC.
greatest.
This is me simply saying that OKC outmatches the Suns and the Warriors in every single aspect. Basically every single aspect, and those two teams have absolutely zero shot. Maybe they would win a game, but whoever advances, whether it's the Suns or the Warriors, either of those teams are going to get swept in 4 games. Congratulations, OKC. You are moving on to the next round. You get a free series because
I could not care anymore.
and I literally said I was like, does anyone want to win this game? Like at this point, just take your loss now in the play-in instead of getting absolutely mollywopped by OKC for 4 games. Like you're just gonna get embarrassed. What's the oh? There's a moth outside. Oh, look at it. Look at it. It's like a little butterfly. It was moving.
Wow.
Tap the glass. You tap the glass. Maybe it'll
Mm.
start moving. I'm getting distracted. Just like literally looking at it. Like at this point, like just take the loss. I promise. Like, it's just gonna work out better. And you know what? If the Suns or the Warriors go on to prove me wrong, I would love nothing more. But it's not gonna happen. This OKC is pretty much guaranteed to move on. So, yeah, congratulations to OKC. And whoever wins this game that's going on right now, cool.
I still don't care.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter too much to me really. I'm really only in it for tomorrow watching Hawks and Lakers basketball. So 6:30 and 8 p.m. Let's do it.
Mania for me. Next, I'm just gonna take, or we're gonna say who
Oh, are
like
we
our
going
key.
through our brackets?
I didn't make no bracket.
I made one.
I didn't really care to make a bracket for the NBA.
I made one. Well, I made two, but I'll just go over one.
I literally was just gonna pick who I like, key teams I like to make a run for the finals. Um, the key teams I like to make a run for the finals, I would say I'm gonna shave it down to three because three for each conference. So for the West, I like the Thunder for obvious reasons. I like the Nuggets and I like the Spurs. All three of those
So the
teams
top
have
three teams.
have potential to win because they're literally the best out of all of them. I would say I like the Lakers, but we're injured right now, so there's nothing for me to say. I would say I like the Rockets, but
Unfortunately.
Kevin Durant is injured and they're not a good enough team. The Timberwolves just haven't proven anything to me, and they don't look anything. And the Blazers are just the Blazers. For the East, why not just follow up with top three again? Pistons, Knicks, Celtics. It's literally rounded off that way.
I like
I
the
don't see
Raptors. I'm
them.
gonna be honest.
I don't see the Magic doing anything. The Cavs first round exits because I think the Raptors can probably win that series. The Raptors will end off round two. The Knicks, I like what they're doing. And then the Celtics have just been dominant, but the Celtics will run out of gas eventually.
All right. Here's my playoff bracket. Here's what I've got so far. All right. So starting off in the West, number one seeded OKC versus whoever they play on this upcoming game. I've got OKC 4 game sweep, easy. Next up, I'm taking the Rockets over the Lakers in 6. Again, the Lakers phenomenal season. Injuries are just going to be the downfall of this team. Unfortunately, I would love to see them advance. I really would. Obviously, Trey getting me into being a bit of a fan. Like I love watching them, but I just don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know when Luca's back. Austin Reeves, I don't think is gonna be back for a couple more weeks.
Both are ruled indefinitely
Yeah,
out. They're
pretty
not
much
playing.
indefinitely out. It's pretty much over. LeBron would have to put up the most generational numbers we've seen yet, and I still don't think they win. So give me the Rockets in six. Nuggets and Timberwolves. I'm also gonna take the Nuggets in six. That's what I've got on my bracket. I'm gonna now six or seven games really depends on. Did you just say 6-7? Sorry, I'm tweaking. Like 6 or 7 games. I think this series will be very close, a lot closer than the seeding will tell you. Don't never count out Anthony Edwards in the playoffs. Anthony Edwards in the playoffs locks in, and he is a monster. He's a silent killer, and he's not that silent though. He'll make it known. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to go after anyone. We've seen what he's done to KD in the playoffs. We've seen what he's done to LeBron. He's not afraid. So I'm gonna take the Nuggets in 6 or 7 games, but don't be surprised if the Timberwolves win that series either. And for the final series of the first round of the West, I've got the Spurs over the Trailblazers in five. I think the Trailblazers are going to win a game. Maybe they can win two, but I'm taking the Spurs. I think that's pretty easy. Now, in the first round of the West, I'm taking the Pistons over the Magic. I'm going to take the Pistons again in five or six. I think the Magic can win a game or two, but they're not going to win the series. Pistons are just too strong of a team. Cade Cunningham is back. I like their chances a lot. Um, in the next series, give me the Raptors over the Cavs in 6 games. Uh, Cavs, again the higher seed. I just don't see them getting past this round. I think the Raptors are kind of they're the underdogs here, but I think they are a lot better than people are giving them credit for. This is my biggest hot take. Give me the Hawks in 7. I think this will be a 7 game series. This is going to be down to the wire. This Hawks team is different. People are going to doubt out this Hawks team. Yes, I get it. The Knicks are the 3 seed. They're a very strong team. I think this Hawks team is going to play with grit. They've got a chip on their shoulder. They've got something to prove. They feel like they're already being counted out. This Hawks and Knicks rivalry, it's kind of been a thing. Granted, now it's kind of cooled down now that Trae Young is not on the Hawks anymore, but it is a thing, and I that's my biggest hot take. I think the Hawks can do it in 7. You can disagree with me. I genuinely think it's closer than a lot of people are taking it for. And then the final first round series here in my bracket, I'm obviously taking the Celtics over the Sixers. I'm gonna say in 5 or 6 games once again. I think the Sixers can win one or two, but the Celtics are too strong and probably might even will be a championship team. Now, what I've got now in the conference semifinals, give me the Thunder over the Rockets for obvious reasons. The Thunder are a very strong team. We Thunder over the Rockets in 6 games, maybe 5. For the next series, give me the Spurs over the Nuggets. I like Wemby. I think his getting his first taste of playoff basketball. I think Wemby is gonna just work absolute miracles in San Antonio. He's gonna be special. In the East, the Pistons over the Raptors. Give me the Pistons in 6 games, maybe 5. A lot of these will be 5 to 6 game series, in my opinion. I don't think we'll see many sweeps here. And then give me the Celtics over the Hawks. Obviously, the Hawks. This is why I will say the Hawks run will end here. The Celtics are just way too strong of a team. Um, just way too strong of a team, and it's going to be hard, really, for anyone to beat them. Now, in the conference finals, I've got the Thunder versus the Spurs, and I've got the Pistons versus the Celtics. In the West, give me the Spurs. The Spurs have played better basketball. They've played more physical. Clearly, they have the edge. They have the season record over OKC. I think it's like 4-1 in the regular season series. Wemby is going to play his absolute tail off. He's going to keep working and working. And the San Antonio Spurs, in their first time back in the playoffs since 2017, I think, they're going to be headed to the finals. I like this team a lot. Granted, a few months ago, I would have told you I don't think that this team is ready, and I said they're going to make playoffs, but I don't know how far they're going to make it because they're new. I've changed my mind. This team is different. I love Steph Castle. I love everything they've got going on there. De'Aaron Fox, all of it. They're physical team. They have they have one of the they have a little alien playing on their team, one of the best rebounders, one of the best blockers in the league, and he can still average 25 points per game and shoot fadeaway threes. Now in the East, Pistons Celtics, give me the Celtics. This is going to be a 7-game series. I'm gonna take the Spurs over the Thunder in 6 or 7 games, but this series is genuinely going to come down to 7. I don't see it going any less. The Celtics are going to win in 7. These two teams are going to play hard. They are going to go at it with each other. These are insanely strong teams. The Celtics have consistently played well, even without Jason Tatum. Tatum came back into the picture, and they played even better. But give me the Celtics in 7 games, where I have the Celtics as your NBA champions over the Spurs in 6 games. That is my pick. That is my bracket. Let me know if you agree, what you agree with or disagree with in the comments below. We can discuss. I will reply to your comments. Trey, what do you think?
I'm gonna skip ahead and give my finals prediction. I'm gonna take OKC versus New York in that series. So I'll take that as the finals. That's my prediction.
All right. You got any possible upset alerts? Anything you think will happen? You don't think the Hawks have a chance?
I don't think they're beating the Knicks.
You
That's not.
but you
That's not.
that's not I'm not saying they have to. I'm saying you don't think they have a chance.
Good, but I don't think the
Don't
Knicks.
count them out, man.
I'm not counting. I just think that the
Jalen
Knicks
Johnson
can
has
do it.
quietly been one of the best players in the league.
He's a star, but they can't handle what New York brings to the table.
We'll see, man.
When New York,
Time will tell.
when it's MSG and you're at the Garden, and you got New Yorkers screaming, and now the new norm for New York is playoffs for the team, and this is the year to get a championship or done. I think that this is the year that the New York Knicks can do it. Absolutely. It just depends on what happens if they can lock in. Brunson looks to look good. Cat, if he stays out of foul trouble, is good. Josh Hart has you with defensive rebounds. Alvarado's there for defense and can help out. Deuce McBride is there. They have the depth right there. They have Mitch Robinson to help you with rebounds and everything. I think that the Knicks have enough key contributors to win a finals and especially win that series. But the key thing is that if they win, they'd play the Raptors. They've been beating the Raptors in the season all along, so I'd take them to go ahead and knock that out. The Celtics, they've beat last year. It was an edgy series, but I still think that the Knicks can still get it done.
All right then. And one more thing that I didn't see here adding the set list. I want to talk about Cade Cunningham and Luka Doncic made their cases for eligibility as they both. I think it was what's it called again? Extraordinary circumstances, something. I think.
Yeah.
So 64 games for each, so they will be eligible for All American. A lot of people are arguing that Anthony Edwards, though he missed 61, not 64, should also be eligible for All American and awards like that, as he submitted his claim and was denied. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think the minimum should be like 63, 64, or do you think if you're playing at least 60, you should be good and it should be given a fair opportunity to everyone in the playing field?
If you play at least 60,
Yeah,
that rule is getting out of hand.
I agree. I think 65 is already bad enough. It's great for Luka and Cade that they will now be eligible for All American, obviously. Very deserving.
All NBA.
Sorry, guys. It's a little late. It's a little late, obviously. Yeah, sorry. All NBA, eligible for All NBA. Obviously very deserving, as just two legendary seasons from the both of them, especially for Cade, pretty much bringing the Pistons to the top seed, which I don't think many were expecting. I think many were expecting a top five, maybe top three seed, but I think Cade and De'Aaron as well, and all of them. It was obviously a team effort, but Cade Cunningham, what he was able to do in terms of getting points per game, efficiency, getting assists, just being all around a team player, like he is unreal. So very great. I just think like if you're gonna give this opportunity to Cade and Luca, why not give it to Ant, who only missed 61? Like Anthony Edwards played just as well. Had an amazing season. The Timberwolves are going to be going to the playoffs. Anthony Edwards, I think, was average 28 on the season. If I'm looking at his numbers correctly, he averaged his averages 28, 5, and 4 assists on a field goal percentage of 48% while shooting basically 40% from the 3-point line. Just a really good season, averaging about 1.5 steals per game. Like just very efficient from Ant. Again, like I said, another playoff berth. I just don't think it's fair for him. Um, he worked his tail off, and I think the fact that he's been denied. Meanwhile, it's probably got to hurt knowing that seeing Luca and Cade get accepted in because they played one less game, but meanwhile he played four and will not be accepted in. I think this is very stupid. Um, we need to get rid of the 65 game rule. I think it needs to be brought down to 50, somewhere between 56 to 58. I think should be the bar minimum. If you play any less than 56, that's on you. You just had an injury or something went on like that. It's not again not on you, but like if you're playing any less than like 56, anywhere from 56 to 58, I just don't think you should be eligible for awards. But anything at least 56, I think they should be eligible. I think that's a fair amount of games. That's basically about 10 less than 65. That's 9 games less. I think that's perfectly achievable for anyone. Um, yeah. And I think that's about it for the NBA. Obviously, we're going to be discussing more as the playoffs go on. I mean, pretty much got up until late June, so we're going to be here. We're excited. It looks to be a fun playoff bracket. It looks to be a little predictable, but it's still going to be a fun one as always, and I'm excited. So, yeah.
All right, the next thing we got is WNBA. I was gonna cover more recent signings, but Nafisa Collier and Asia Wilson, long-term deal is getting paid millions of
Supermax
dollars.
deals. That's what they're calling them.
Uh, Draft recap: the People's Princess goes number one. AZ Fudge, she goes number one to Dallas Wings, reunited with Paige Buckers, which is a great thing, and I think that squad could potentially do something. Olivia Miles out of TCU goes number two, which should help out with Nafisa Collier, and that team looks to be another contender. Lauren Betts goes four, so another star. Jaime Jaquez's sister Gabriella goes five to the sky. Kiki Rice, another UCLA star, goes to the Toronto Tempo. Flau'jae Johnson supposedly was supposed to go to the Golden State Valkyries, gets traded later on and is now is in Seattle. Raven Johnson out of South Carolina going to the Fever, playing with that stacked squad. And those are really just the top players that have came out. Marta Suarez out of TCU goes to the Storm, but was traded to Golden State out of that Flau'jae trade. Nothing more, just looking at those the college stars.
But I think the biggest story of the draft was UCLA setting the record for not only most players taken in the first round with 5, but also most players taken in a singular draft ever with 6. which is pretty cool. UCLA had a a really great run this season. Obviously, it shows just a lot of star potential taken in the draft from UCLA, and they just show why they continue to be one of the top basketball schools in the entirety of the country for men's and women's. So yeah,
On the men's side.
I mean they consistently are making March Madness. They have championships to their name too.
It's been a minute.
It has, but hey, man, you know it's been a minute since quite a few teams have won that we consider greats. So 6, 7.
Yeah, buddy. The last time UCLA won a national championship was 1995.
Oh, seriously?
Yes,
That was a little more recent, like 2000s.
absolutely not.
Hey, we, Yankees haven't won since 2009, which I know is a little more recent than 95, but we still consider the Yankees one of the all-time greats, obviously.
Yeah, but at least they have something. They've been to the World Series, whether it was against my Dodgers, and I had to play both roles. And obviously, I went for the Dodgers, but they still have appearances. UCLA hasn't made an appearance to a championship.
When's the last time Duke made an appearance in the finals? Because I know it hasn't been in the last 4 years at least. I know it hasn't been in the last 4 years. I know that for sure. I hate this new Google update. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it. I don't like the way the search bar is now. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm a hater of change.
2015.
15? Who would have that been? Would that have been who would have been on that squad?
I think that's the Brandon Ingram squad, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's like a grandpa now. Not actually, but feels like he's been in the league forever. All right. Well, moving on to or unless you had anything else you wanted to say.
No.
No? Buddy. That time.
All right, here we go.
Reaction faces. I'm adding in the gifts too. I'm gonna try to remember that.
We got WrestleMania predictions. I'm gonna go through each of the cards and say who I have.
I'm gonna be tweaking. You better be ready.
Saturday,
You ain't ready for this energy.
We'll start with today's match card. Technically, today's match card.
And how personal are these gonna be?
This build is terrible. These builds are horrible.
Oh.
We'll start off with the main event of today. We'll go Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton with Pat McAfee by Randy Orton's side. For no reason, I might add. I'm going to take Randy Orton to win 15 because I think this is a reoccurring case with TKO and WWE because every single time Cody Rhodes loses at WrestleMania, he goes on an arc to go win the championship again because he is the golden boy and the IWC, the Internet Wrestling Committee is going to complain.
I thought this one was personal though. Didn't he beat the absolute crap out of Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, but the build is terrible.
Oh.
The next one, we have a Women's World Championship match.
Is this one personal?
Can you let me get to this?
Let me react.
The next one we have is the Women's World Championship match between Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan. Yes,
Personal?
to answer your question, this is personal. If you let me finish the story. These two have been going on for months, battling over this and beefing over this.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna take Liv Morgan out of this one since she's won the Rumble. Vaquer
Liv
is
Morgan.
a great championship, but I'm gonna take the Royal Rumble winner.
Is that
Next.
the video we were watching earlier? Which one were you watching earlier? That one seemed pretty personal.
That one's Sunday.
Oh.
The next one we have is Rollins and Gunther.
Personal?
No,
Oh.
this is not as personal. It's a simple feud. I'm gonna take one of my favorites, Seth Rollins, of course. Full bias because he's one of my favorites. I think Gunther has had his time for winning and retiring all these legends. And please, just win this one. Next one, Women's Intercontinental Championship match between AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. AJ Lee making a WrestleMania back at WrestleMania since she's left the company for a while. I've been watching and viewing many perspectives from many people of who's gonna win. I think I'm gonna lean toward the Becky Lynch because AJ Lee is not a wrestler that shows up day in and day out consistently. She's more of a part-timer type role, and Becky Lynch is a fighting champion that is a heel, but the Women's Intercontinental Championship is a mid-card title all about defending a title. It's your workhorse.
Personal?
No. Next is the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Normally, I would say this is the bathroom break match, but you have lots of teams. You have Nia Jax and Lash Legend, the champions. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and Lyra versus the Bella Twins. This is a complete unknown for me. I don't know who's gonna win this, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a good one if it's a Fatal 4 match. And then we'll hop into a Jacob Fatu match and a Drew McIntyre match.
Jacob Fatu!
So this one is unsanctioned, meaning
Personal?
anything goes. Personal match.
Just for Fatu.
It's a toss-up. I think I'm going to take McIntyre since they took his championship away from him due to that horrible build with Cody and Randy.
I'm taking Fatu. I love Fatu.
We have a 6-man tag team match between Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Speed.
I'm sorry. Say that again?
Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I Show Speed.
I don't know who Austin Theory is, but I know who the other two are.
Versus the Usos and LA Knight. If I Show Speed is still cursed by Danhausen, I will be taking the Usos. If he's not, I'm taking Speed.
Huh.
I want to see. I know Speed's gonna do something crazy in that match. I can't wait. Sunday, we're now heading to Sunday. I'm gonna leave this one last. We have the women's championship match. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley, the one we were watching. Please give me Rhea Ripley because
Personal?
Yes. Please give me Jade Cargill. Whoa! I'm sorry. Please give me Rhea Ripley because Jade Cargill has done nothing with that title.
Yes.
That's how it's just been sitting and rotting for years. No offense, Jade Cargill. You're a great character and you're like top tier, but what they're doing with your character with this title has just not been it.
This is personal.
If you don't let me finish my stories.
This is personal.
Next, we have Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. Please give me Finn Balor. This is a serious match and a serious gimmick. This one is deeply personal. Please give me Finn Balor. There's no way that he's just getting buried.
How's it personal? It's a Mysterio. Did he diss his brother again or something? How's it personal? I want to know.
He turned on Finn Balor, which took 30 years to do. Next, United States Championship match. Sami Zayn, Trick Williams. I don't really care for this one. It really should be Carmelo Hayes, but of course, he's left off the card. Give me Trick Willie, please. Because Sami Zayn did not need to have a United States title run. And finally, one of the matches that's going to slap Obafemi and Brock Lesnar.
Personal?
Give me Obafemi. He's the new upcoming star. They are building him up like he's going to be the next best thing. I want Obafemi to win. I'm taking Obafemi over Brock Lesnar. Next, a match that should slap between multiple people, and it's a ladder match for the IC title. Penta, Javon Evans, your boy's bouncy, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio. I don't know which way this could go.
Rey Mysterio!
Any person that wins. None of this is personal.
I thought everything with the Mysterios was personal. That's what happened last year.
No, because this has nothing to do with Dom and Ray. They're not fighting each other. These builds aren't personal. I told you these builds are slow and they're not as good as they were. That's good.
Unfortunate. Do something better. I want personal matches next year.
Oh, this is a good match.
It's not personal. I'm in this for the memes, man. I'm in this for the storyline.
Anyways, It doesn't matter who wins the ladder match. And then to end off, we have, yes, of course, Roman Reigns and CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship match. Very, 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 very personal.
Oh, very. I even know this is personal. This is gonna be legit. I'm gonna be watching this. I can't wait.
Give me Roman. Uh, let's get the tribal chief. Dang, this is like two of my favorites going at each other. In a perfect world, I choose CM Punk as my favorite over Roman Reigns, but give me the tribal chief. His match was earlier. His match is Saturday. This is the Sunday card.
Oh, I didn't hear you say his name. Wait, who's he facing off against again?
Gunther.
Oh, okay, never mind. I remember now. I was confused for a second.
Give me Roman Reigns, the OTC.
I'll join him on
One's
this.
in the sky.
I'll join him on this.
I think he gets it done. Unfortunately, CM Punk, I think this is where it ends. If you win, I'll be happy. I really don't care. Both are literally my favorites. Whoever wins is whoever wins. I don't care. There's no right or wrong answer for me here. And that is it for the predictions. I'll check back and see how right I was. And then the next big news for WWE is Paige is returning to the WWE. Yes. Another female star that was already in the company and is now coming back. Probably the Raw after WrestleMania. If AJ Lee beats Becky Lynch, I think just like they did years ago, Paige will come in, win the IC title, and carry the next division, and we will have great feuds. That is all for WWE. Check back next week. We will now be heading into the MLB.
Oh, I thought you said we will not. I was like, what? Ladies and gentlemen, week 3, baseball. So you know what that means. We're going to cover the best moments. Then, of course, in the end, we're going to get to our power rankings. Power rankings have been absolutely just been shaken up. It seems like we're just getting all sorts of new teams every single week, including a major team that I personally think has been knocked out the top 5. That I think has been knocked out the top 5.
Hint, it's the Yankees.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you gonna have to see later. We don't. The Yankees aren't in the top 5. I think the team they just played, fun fact, I think is now a top 5 team. But we'll get into that later. Really, just looking at it, just kind of. I mean, really, just things are going. I want to say smooth, but I can't even say that. I mean, things are chaotic right now. It seems that there is really almost no teams that can separate themselves in their winning columns. It seems to be that the Dodgers and the Braves are the only 2 teams that can genuinely be at least 5 games above 500. The Dodgers are 15-4, the Braves are 13-7, and from there, pretty much every single other first place team is either 3 or 4 games above 500. It is chaotic, and I love it. I'm here all for it. We are seeing the most random players playing like some of the best players in the league, which, and we see that in the first week of baseball all the time. We see that. We see like players will do really good in the first week, and all of a sudden like they taper off. You pick them up in fantasy just for a week just to drop them. But we are seeing players right now playing so insanely out of their mind that you would not have expected, and I'm loving it. We're seeing dominant pitching performances from starters and closers. We're seeing rookies still making their presence known in the league. It's unreal. Personally, watching my favorite player to watch so far, which is crazy, has been Dominic Smith. Dominic Smith has been an elite ball player so far to start off the first few weeks of the season, hitting for 4 home runs, including one tonight against the Phillies, batting about 380, 390, I think, while just driving in crap tons of RBIs. Just a veteran that didn't even know was on the team until about a week or 2 prior to the season starting, and now he's been playing better than Ronald Acuna, which is an insane sentence to say. It's been super fun to watch him. Trey, I don't know who your favorite player to watch so far has been, but it's been an insane season. So,
Would we like to hop into the power ranking?
I mean, if you're ready, if there's anything else you wanted to talk about besides the Mister Cornball himself, if you know, you know, and that's corn with a K.
We'll save it.
We'll save it. We'll save it. We'll give him to him later because this team's in here in the power rankings.
I'm looking at it right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the installment of Week 3, the Take Twins power rankings. Put it up on the screen.
For
Let's
the
get it going.
for the second consecutive week, the team that will stay at last, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Why do I have the Pittsburgh Pirates? The same exact reason last week.
They are playing just good enough to be in the top 5. Not any better, in my opinion.
Thanks, O'Neal Cruz.
Pirates pitching is doing good. They're doing really good, and that's without Paul Skeens, by the way, making a huge impact. Although his last start proved to be a lot better, a lot more hopeful for the Pirates, a lot better for the Pirates faithful.
Play some defense.
Connor Griffin has not quite yet played up to his potential as a number 1 MLB prospect. I don't know if they've sent him down or not. I haven't heard much from him. I picked him up in fantasy, and I've already dropped him. Maybe I'll pick him back up later when he starts kind of ramping up again. But for now, it just seems to be he's kind of been in a dry spell. Granted, he's a rookie. It's either when you're a rookie, it's either you're going to do that or you're going to just instantly right off the bat start performing. But it's okay though because players like Ryan O'Hearn and O'Neal Cruz and Brandon Lau have absolutely been carrying this Pirates offense and playing so amazingly great. O'Neal Cruz batting about 350 with 5 home runs. Meanwhile, Ryan O'Hearn doing his thing. I've got him as my DH in fantasy. He's been quietly having a highly productive season at the DH spot for the Pirates. But yeah, I will have to put him at 5. I agree with you. I think just because of the other teams we have here on this list, because at number 4, I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Angels. Yep. Los Angeles Angels.
They haven't done a lot to really solidify themselves as at least being top three in this list because they just slid in. But they've been dominating, and I've loved how Mike Trout has officially come
Mike
back
Trout is
into the
officially
league.
back to being a top 5 player in baseball. The batting average is not crazy high, but he just broke a record for I think it was a home run in 4 straight games at Yankee Stadium. First player to do that ever in the history of Yankee Stadium. Mike Trout is absolutely dominating. He's got like 8 home runs. Not to mention Aaron Judge. He's not in the top 5 rankings, but I do want to talk about how these two went off for a combined 9 home runs in this 4-game series. It was unreal. Both both 3-timers in the MVP club, they are no strangers to hitting absolute tanks, and it was super fun to watch them. Keeping up with it, it's like it feels like every 30 minutes to an hour I was getting a notification. Mike Trout hits another home run. Aaron Judge another home run. These two were going at it. Mike Trout is back to MVP form. I hope he stays healthy. I'm not sure. I mean, I think as a baseball collective, I feel like we all hope he stays healthy. The game is better when Mike Trout is playing. But besides Mike Trout, Jose Soriano has legitimately and needs to be talked about, I feel like, more by casual fans. If you have been absolutely keeping up, you know exactly what this man has been doing. He's been maintaining a point. I'm pretty sure he pitched tonight. I don't know how he did. I'd have to check. Look at that. 5 2/3 frames, 2 hits on 8, only 2 hits on 8 strikeouts, and 4 walks allowed, which is not the best, but again, literally just another start of allowing 0 runs. Jose Soriano has legitimately been the most dominant pitcher in baseball, dominant starting pitcher in baseball, and it hasn't been close in my opinion. He is already looking to be an early favorite for Cy Young, possibly. He keeps producing. And we'll have to see, but the Angels, again, I'll slot him in at 4. I'll slot them in at 4. I think this is a perfect spot for them. They can move up or they could move down. We'll just have to see. But at number 3, I think we probably have the same number 3 team. Maybe we don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lights just went out. At number 3, I got the Padres.
I'm also taking the Padres.
The
I
reason
love.
the reason the lights went out. I think we know why the lights
We
went
know
out.
exactly why.
Mason Miller.
The most dominant pitcher amongst all starters, amongst all closers, the most dominant pitcher so far this season. He's allowed one singular hit in how many innings has he pitched so far this season? Give me a second. Here, you keep talking. I'll pull up the numbers.
And I think even though he's a closer, like I think he can make a case to even win Cy with the rate he's pitching. There's no debate. This man right here is a problem for the whole entire league. Just imagine you're a call up and you're getting your first at bat, and you got to see this man. I would worry about getting out the stadium alive for what he's about to do to you.
Here's what I've got. All right. He's got a 0 ERA. He's not giving up a single run in 9 1/3 frames, 23 strikeouts on a whip of .21, and that's not even all of it. He's allowed, I think, one singular hit the entirety of the season. The man is unreal. Mind you, this was already a closer who was top 5 in the league. And he's playing even better. He's terrifying. I don't want to face him, and I agree with him. This guy is going to be coming top 5 in the Cy Young Awards by the end of the season. I don't care if he's a closer. I don't think he's going to win it, but I think he's going to come top 5 easy. He's got that. We saw Emmanuel Clase come top 5. I think he came top 5 a couple of years ago, if I'm not mistaken. If he can, Mason Miller absolutely can. But not to mention, just talk about the rest of this Padres team. The offense has just been decent. They've just been decent. But they've kind of separated themselves from the rest of the league. As I mentioned before, it's really only they're one of the 3 teams that have really been able to get above like 5 games above 500, as they're 11-6. I think they're 12-6 now. They lost today, so now they're 11-7. But they're like the only other team that really has just I don't know, man. I might have to move the Angels up. They beat the Padres 8-0 today.
I'm keeping what I got.
If the Angels win this series, expect to see the Angels moving up a spot if they continue to win next week. But yeah, I'll keep the Padres at 3 for now. Mason Miller, like the team is just very well rounded. They've separated themselves, but I think at this point we both know who the 2 and 1 spot is. I'm giving the 2 spot to the Braves, and
to the 2 spot, I'm giving it to the Dodgers.
I can't.
I'm giving us the 2 spot because we haven't been as dominant. Beating the Mets is not really something to really flex on. The Mets have been horrible and atrocious, and at my number 1, I have the Braves. The Braves look to be continuing to be dominant in a faction for the week, and I think they've just best us this week, just for the week, in my opinion.
I also think record speaks for itself. I think, especially at this point right now of the season, record will definitely speak for itself, but also won't. In some cases, like the Angels, for example, but I think in this case, record is speaking for itself. They are 15-4. They keep winning. And obviously, they haven't played the best of competition. You could make the case that the Braves maybe have played a little bit harder competition. Especially absolutely destroying the Phillies tonight, 9-0, with all 9 guys getting on base. And I would love to put my Braves at 1. And I can get with his take as well. I just think the Dodgers, at the end of the day, right now are just, yes, again, the competition hasn't been insane, but you got to remember they've got the unicorn. Shohei Ohtani, has yet to or has only given up about 1 or 2 runs so far this season at starting pitcher, not to mention he's still doing his thing on offense. You've still got your guys doing their thing on offense. This team still looks really good. They're still talked about. They are still, in my opinion, right now the best team in baseball, but there's a good case for the Braves. And you know what? I'm biased, so yeah, you know what? Take Twins Power Rankings right now. The Atlanta Braves are our number one team in the power rankings. So we will see how the rankings will be shaken up next week. But here you go. Here's the power rankings right here. Oh, sorry. Move the mic. Here's the power rankings right here. Braves at 1, Dodgers at 2, Padres, Angels, Pirates. So the Pirates stay still at 5. Braves are going to move up 1. Dodgers are going to move down. And the Angels and Padres are our new additions, with the Yankees and Guardians being knocked out of the rankings just for this week. Again, they can easily, teams like the Yankees and Guardians can easily crawl back in next week for sure. So yeah, but I think other than that, I think that's a full episode right there. I think that's about it, unless you had anything else you wanted to discuss.
No, the info draft is next week. There's nothing major.
NFL draft, what day?
It's always Thursday.
Thursday. All right. Look, maybe we could record on Thursday. All right. We'll see. All right. Well, NFL draft next Thursday. And we will cover over all of that when it's the first few rounds when we record next weekend. But yeah, other than that, that's a full episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was a nice, fun one. It's very late. It is 1:20. We are gonna go to bed. And we will. Trey, if you had anything else you wanted to say before we checked out.
I've just been quiet and tired. It's because I'm tired. Nothing
He's
more.
got spring football, so. But hey, we collectively agreed to do this, so we're having a good time here. Enjoyed this episode. This was a different experience to do this at like 1 in the morning, so I had fun. It was super chill, laid back. We got the lights off. We got these studio lights on, and got the blankets and the PJs and the snacks. We went for the vibe here. I got the tank top. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on all of our socials. Our Twitter account is no longer private, so be sure to go follow us on there. At Take Twins Official is the handle for Twitter. I don't know if it's the same for Instagram. And then obviously,
Should be.
be sure to leave down a comment under the video. Tell us what you agree with, disagree with. We're always open to debating, and we love engaging. And of course, follow us on Spotify as well. Again, links to all socials, Spotify, and all that will all be in the description below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I think that just covers about all the bases. Trey, why don't you sign us out?
Thank you guys so much for watching again, and this was a fun experience. I'm drained right now, but please like, subscribe, comment, hit us up. If y'all see us in school, say something. Obviously, anybody I know, people have seen me around and said stuff to me. I will not be making an Instagram post because it is late and I'm tired. Then again, I am your host Trey Riddick.
And I'm your co-host, David Gibson.
I'm going to bed, going night night.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.